The Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram, Sam George, has attributed the impact of the Dawhenya Dam spillage to what he describes as negligence by the management of the dam. The spillage has displaced approximately 600 persons and claimed several livelihoods in the Dawhenya community. Addressing the media during an assessment tour, the Ningo Prampram legislator called for an immediate investigation into the matter. The following report has more.
Now, imagine waking up to an inundation by floodwaters of your homes. Well, you'd have to stop imagining this if you live here at Adankope in the Dawhenya community, because this has become a hard reality. The spillage of excess water from the Dawhenya irrigation dam has birthed a biggest brand to residents here. Now, before we get to the heart of the matter, let's put this conversation really into perspective. The Dawhenya irrigation dam covers a land area of over 7,000 acres. It is bounded in the north by the Equiapem Mountains, which extends to the northeast to southwest, and in the south of the Accra-Aflao Road. In the east, it shares boundaries with the Volta Basin, and in the west with the Densu Basin, with the two catchments lying within Accra Plains. Now, this dam, which is believed to have been constructed with the sole aim of producing vegetables for people in the Accra and the Tema metropolitan areas, has today become a hard nut for a lot of residents in Dawhenya to crack, owing to its overflow. And a lot of residents, including this man, is not spared of the brunt.
Vincent Bejo.
Vincent Bejo. I see you are carrying some, some pans and what have you, knife, and just basically cooking utensils. Is that where you live?
I had a baby. And there 3 days now, me could you and so now, me buy me join a more friends and so now Abba. Now, me Baba Shana and Passon Sono. Ayuro.
Into 3 days, no may fear.
But you're there.
It's in then I'll buy no so be beer.
I am so.
Into you live here. Yes. Has the water, emptied the house?
No, it has not entered the house before, but this is the first time.
This is the first time it's happened?
Yes.
So how has it cost you? What have you, lost?
We lost a lot of things, even most of our clothes and all those things. Even our wardrobes, they have spoiled and all those things. A lot. Even our kitchen, a lot have spoiled. So even now, my sister is going to hotel to go and sleep. You can't sleep in the house. So we have been using the pumping machine to pump out the water so that we can be there. Luckily, it's just that because it's story building, so the flood, we don't understand where the water is coming from. Maybe someone opens somewhere, I don't know.
The water seems to have covered a very big portion of the land over here. Interestingly, I see a for sale inscription in the middle somewhere of the flood. I do not know what exactly is for sale, but one would be forced to believe it's a part of the land that is for sale. Maybe I would have to quickly engage one of the residents here. I see a for sale inscription, buried somewhere in the floodwater. What are they selling?
The land.
The land.
This portion. This portion. Okay. Yeah.
So they are selling a portion of this land.
Yeah, but they haven't they haven't get anyone to buy it because maybe where this building is their chair. Is their chair. So because of the flooding, no one came to stay inside. Apart from those who did not get anywhere to stay, they need to lodge for a while.
In your shot currently is an effort by a rescue mission made up of residents in the area, saving a woman and 3 children who have been trapped in their homes, submerged by the flood waters. So this is one of the safe havens, and we understand it's housing a number of the affected residents. I'll try and speak to some of them. Hello, good evening. How long have you been here?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday. How is living here?
Well, it feels like you are living in a camp because we don't even have clothes. Like for instance, I couldn't go to work. Yesterday I didn't go to work. Today too I didn't go to work because I didn't bring anything. This was the only clothes I brought. And the only valuable I could take was my certificate and passport. I didn't take anything else.
This is obviously a heart-wrenching situation, an impact that is simply inexplicable. And the Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram, Sam George, says it could have been averted.
Who do we hold responsible for that? building in the middle of a water body. In fact, in the stream, we saw the for sale, land for sale sign in the stream. I mean, if we are so indisciplined as a people, we bring some of these things. Look at where we are standing right now, this very location. An individual chooses to build a hotel. And because he's building a hotel, the runway for water, the natural stream, path of the stream into the lagoon, into the sea, he has blocked it and put a 3-inch culvert, which is woeful and inadequate. And that is what has created some kind of dam here and pushed the water back. So one individual. So you ask yourself, what's the assembly doing?
A lot of residents, have been displaced. The floodwaters have claimed a lot of livelihoods. But in the face of all these adversities, how well do we find respite for these affected persons? The answers laid with the National Disaster Management Organization.
Immediately, we took out electricity because of the levels of the water. Locally we have most of our sockets on the ground floor of our buildings. So we had to take out electricity to prevent electrocution. And then also we are assessing and then registering the affected persons and then placing them in safe places. And then from there, based on the needs assessment, we know what provisions to make for them.
The spillage of the Dawhenya irrigation dam has dealt a big blow to residents here in the Dawhenya community, and all they want now is a relief, but most importantly, pragmatic measures to prevent its recurrence. For Citi News, Fauzu Masaudu.